We interrupt what you're watching right now to bring you this exciting story.
It's the dust and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the pledge of allegiance on the 4th of July. It's some handwritten letters from home. It's some sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. It's the red, white, and blue. Lay down, he's alive. It's the red, white, and blue. 40 stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop. And his 18th birthday was the day he was born. It's the red, white, and blue. Lay down, he's alive. It's the red, white, and blue. 40 stars and stripes. It's the red, white, and blue. Stand on the front line. It's the red, white, and blue. Pay the ultimate price. Oh. He was the man on wheels when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with all he wanted. It's Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. All these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Stand on this red line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. To pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. For these stars and stripes. March in line. March in line. Hey. Hey.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration of Independence proclaims God-given rights, and we intend to protect them. Working with people like you for over 50 years, preserving freedom and building a better tomorrow. Safeguarding the Constitution by limiting government power. We are restoring liberties, educating voters, and leading the freedom movement. Join with us United, we will defend our rights. We are all Americans. We are the John Birch Society.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, and have a good day, everybody. Here we are. Hopefully, we got all the gremlins out of the system. Things are looking a little different. Like we said, we had to kind of redo live from the pole barn evening all. Stan, you are always welcome. Man, it's nice you have a pole barn that can watch our show. But like I was saying, things are looking different. We kind of went through a whole revamp. We use two laptops. One laptop runs great. That's what Brenda does as the producer. She loads the video. She does whatever she has to do back there. Well, my laptop was starting to act a little wonky. And that's why we changed it to another computer last week. It was acting wonky. So now we're on a new computer. Hopefully this one won't be acting wonky. So it looks a little different, but it's the same show, same place, but it's just set up a little different. We basically cleared the table where all the magic happens, moved the cameras around, moved the camera right there instead of down there, and the lights over here. So I'm not looking up quite as far, but I'm still looking up, but my camera's like, that close to where I everything's playing. So thank you everybody for coming out. We got Matt, we got Stan, we got Lance, Mark, Lance, Bill, Lance, Rose Coon. Rose Coon, thanks for coming in so early. Nice to see you guys. Appreciate it. How's everything going out there in the West County? I don't get out there much anymore. A lot of stuff. And Stan, thank you. You sound great. No stutter. Right. Well, the computer, this whole thing is based on computers. So if you have a Pinto, but you're trying to drive it as a Ferrari, it doesn't work. So now we have two Ferraris running, and hopefully it has enough processing and RAM to make all the magic happen. Because processing video takes a lot. It's not like a podcast where you're just doing audio. You don't need quite as much, but we're processing video, so it takes a little more oomph. So we got a donation of another computer. So we had two computers donated. Nice big screen. I took a picture of it and put it on on my Facebook on how it looks now. It looks the same. Same everything, just moving stuff around. And let me turn that camera on. Let's see. Yeah. Try to do stuff on the fly. No, it's not going to cooperate. Here, we'll do a 3-shot. There you go. As you can see, things look the same, but it's different. I mean, the computer that I'm looking at is, it's about, 3 feet wide and about 1.5 feet tall. So everything is like right here, right on the deck. I mean, I'm just looking around. Everything's here. I don't have to look up to see anything. It's all right here. So of course we had to redo the actual table where the magic happens. So excited, Restream added some more features. So, they'll be very subtle, but we see them like when we play a video, my image would be half in the shot, half not. Well, Brenda figured it out that we can basically play the video and it just, my ugly face goes away. So yeah, I mean, things are changing. We're always striving to keep things moving forward, up and down, moving forward and not taking step backs. I watched a show after we did it. I was like, oh, we had, Donna call in. She had some great information. Unfortunately, the computer was lagging. So this Ferrari computer won't lag. It better not. I'm hoping. So, we took it for a test ride today. We had it up and running today. We had to get some different cables because we're going to an Apple. And I don't know Apples. I've never even touched an Apple computer before, but they basically are the same. Just they're built by different companies, but it all walks and talks the same. New keyboard. I had to order a new mouse. I don't like the cordless mouses, Masons. I don't like those. They always seem to run out of juice when you're halfway through a project, and that gets irritating. So I had to order a nice mouse. So that'll be here in a couple days. So we went to buy one locally. Yeah, good luck with that. So yeah, thank you all for coming out. Let's see, the channels are all lighting up. Facebook's in the lead. All the folks in X, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. And Glenda, thanks for coming in. Kim, you finally are here. I was wondering if you weren't here, but now it's nice to see. Nathan, Apple doesn't make good computer mice. Yeah, this isn't the mouse I got is a pretty generic one, but the cordless one I didn't like. So yeah, thanks for letting us. Apple doesn't make good computer mice. Mouses, a whole herd of mice. But yeah, so a lot of things going on. In Erie County. There's just so much thing going on the national. We could do hours of national stuff. I don't even know where to start anymore. I have the notes here. We Brent and I, we sit down and we look at the videos and we talk things we want to talk about locally, and it's just absolutely amazing what's going on in Texas. With all the Democrats that are running scared. But it's funny. I think we touched on this a little bit last week. But the gerrymandering, they all do it. The Democrats, West County had good 3 days of Dan Rice Day, several registrations and mailing applications. Rose, thank you for that update. And we appreciate that. And the voter registration is huge. We'll jump back in that. We've got tons of stuff to talk about. Events coming up. The Albion Fair's coming up. That'll be huge. Then we have the stuff going on in Waterford. I know that the folks, the Republicans always have a nice setup out there in the Waterford Fair for voter registration and meeting the candidates. When I ran for sheriff, I was out there all day. It was just so nice to talk to all the folks out there. And of course, the food's great, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I know, Nathan. Thank you. That is a great. Here, I'm gonna put that up on the screen because talk about. I saw the pictures. I thought about putting the pictures up there. They're a little graphic. He got beat up, but he held his own. Yeah, Big Ball's an American hero for saving that woman in D.C. for being assaulted. It brought Elon and Trump back together. I knew that was going to happen. When you have two huge egos like Musk and Trump, you know they're going to clash. And it really is. And Jim, thanks. Vote Republican. We get that. Hashtag, vote red instead. We get that. District 4 couple election ago through part of Green Township into the city with Mirsky. They did that to us out here in Harbor Creek. We talked about this. We had Mr. Sonny out here for 20 years, Republican. He represented us absolutely perfect. Had a office right here at the old Harbor Creek Kmart Plaza. You could stop in there. They were awesome. The minute he retired, they threw a redistricting out. They took Mirsky and threw him out to Harbor Creek. They threw all the Republican county entities into a big horseshoe because they know they can't win. So Pennsylvania did it, and we didn't just get up and leave, have a little hissy fit, and just we've got videos about. We're going to talk about that. We got videos to show what's going on. The actual legal mumbo jumbo that they're going through out there, and I hope their bite is as good as their bark, because that will definitely ruffle some feathers. And of course, the Democrats are all out there. It's a threat to democracy. Really? It's funny when you guys were beating the snot at us out of here in Erie County with all the gerrymandering. Well, we grumble, and we licked our wounds and we adjusted. Man, the Democrats cannot stand when they can't cheat. They can't. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Totally ridiculous on how they act. And these guys and gals are getting paid a lot of money. They were picked up in a private jet. We probably paid for that. You, me, everybody in this room, our taxes go to pay for these clowns to fly to, Illinois the capital of gerrymandering. They were talking about how much they cheat by moving the voter registration, the voters around the gerrymander, the lines, and they absolutely are ridiculous. Yeah, we send 3 Democrats packing this year. We have the opportunity to elect 4 Republicans to the state Supreme Court. We can redraw a map to make it fair. Well, right. I mean, they carved up Harbor Creek, threw it over there, gave Mirsky a win out here, which he was going to win the city anyway. So all those people that get out and vote, in the city, kind of like really flipped the scale on the people that don't get out and vote out here. So lesson learned: you get what you vote for, or you pay for. So yeah, that's why we talk about this, and we talk about this, and we talk about this. And I know sometimes it sounds like I'm repetitive, but folks, it's about repetition. The average person needs to hear something 5 times, 5 to get things put to memory. Quick cheat sheet for everything that's going on here in Erie County. Take a moment, write them down, take a screenshot, come back and watch them later. Because we're going to be talking about it. We're going to, pavoterservices.pa.gov. If you need to get somebody registered or change their party affiliation, which is absolutely on the move. Scott Pressler and his gang and all the people that are supporting him, and Charlie Kirk and his gang, these guys are absolutely just tearing Pennsylvania apart and putting it back together. Change my ringtones too. Hi, Kim, you're live.
Hey, Brian. Hello, everybody. I want to call in and talk about the zoo. It looks like the Democrats are really stalking your show, because it looks like they finally made a good vote.
I get so tired of being right. I do. I mean, I really get tired of it. I actually took a nap because I was so tired of being right. And I called it. Politically, they have no choice. They have to save the zoo. And Erie Events, if there's an entity smart enough to do it, they're the ones smart enough to do it. I didn't realize they had 96 acres of property over there. Now, you got to remember, one's a golf course. So, but yeah, they're going to do the right thing. They have no choice. It will be a career ender if they don't.
Correct. And I like how they keep pressing the zoo, but in that thing, they're not only taking over the zoo, they're taking over Glenwood Park, the Glenwood Park Golf Course, and the Flo Fabrizio Ice Arena. So I mean, it's a win-win-win for the city. I never thought I would say this, but I agreed with all 7 votes.
Well, yeah. I mean, they absolutely had no choice in the matter. I mean, they literally had their feet in the fire, because if somebody would have voted no, the Democrats would come unglued, because that is an asset. I know the county puts money into it. We put ARPA funding into it. We helped them out when they were closed down or locked down illegally. So of course, here the county taking care of the city, and that's all that Drexel the Pretzel does as a District 5 representative, is just panders to the city of Erie, the Democrats in the city. Well, he's going to find it. He's going to have a rude awakening next election cycle. That
absolutely, and they're not even doing anything in the city. All they've done is be obstructionists. They haven't even put any money in the city. They have not done one single thing that they were elected to do.
Well, of course not, because they just want all they were hired to do was take Brenton Davis out. And that
couldn't agree more.
Suing the county executive to raise taxes. I mean, we had Brenton on the show. We played the video several times. That segment was so good. We made it a shorty, and it is just tearing up the internet. That the county council has to sue the county executive to raise taxes. I mean, it's just absolutely bizarre.
I talked to my friends in other states. I told them about that. They're like, "You're lying." I said, "No, I have to send it to them, because we can't make this shit up."
No, they can't, because it's just so ridiculous that you have to sue the county executive to raise people's taxes.
Right. And I'll show them things about other things that these people are so brazen to do, that's so immoral, illegal, that they do out in the open. And they're like, "We can't believe this is happening." I go, "It's happening, baby. Let me show you." And I send it to them. Just like Drexel and Copeland being in charge of the election, but yet they're having fundraisers for Democrats and even giving personal money to them. And they're so brazen, they just put it out there on the internet.
Well, right. Well, nobody holds them accountable. The rules don't hold them accountable. Their solicitor is an absolute joke. He's a ultra liberal Democrat. I mean, he told me to my face that he hates Brenton Davis. So that's fair when the county solicitor hates the county executive. Oh yeah, he's going to be fair and partial.
Well, and I'm sorry, Brian, I blame a lot of this on the ECRC and our chairman. He should be out there representing us and bringing attention to this stuff. And by him not doing that, I have to say it, he's not doing his job as our chairman.
And I totally agree that when I sat on council, how many times did I see the chairman show up to any board of elections meeting? I can count on one hand how many times I saw him there, and that's their job. Now, again, I hate to compliment the Democrat Party, but when we had board of election, Tallarico was there. Now he's the chairman. And it's just an issue of doing their job. Just do your job. And
Well, you're right. You're 100% right. And I gotta say this for him. He's at every single event. Every single event. He was at the Dan Rice Days parade. He's at every single event, and that's why people recognize his bald ass head.
Yeah, when you're 6'5" and you look like a walking cue ball, you're gonna have that. You stick out. We saw him at the parade at Dan Rice Day. He actually we drove by him. He waved. I was waiting for him to flip us off or something, and you all behaved yourself. I was very proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. But the thing is, he is present. He's at every single event, and that's something the Republicans are not doing. We have to be more present in things, and that's why you and I and our followers are making ourselves more present. But you know what, guys and girls, it can't just be myself and Brian and Miss Kuhn and Donna. It's only 4 people. And only 3 of us are committee members. We have to make ourselves more present, and that's what another reason I'm calling is. We actually got ourselves into the Labor Day parade, which they never let Republicans in. So if anybody would like to participate in that, it's going to be on Labor Day on that Monday. We're lining up at 9 a.m. The parade starts at 10. And then afterwards, I encourage everybody to please sign up for the free Labor Day picnic put on by the ECRC at Waldemere.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a busy day. We'll do the parade. I know when I ran for county council. I mean I had to almost have a Democrat tantrum, and they let me in, but they wouldn't let me have my sign, so I had to cover the sign up. And they still, I mean, I had members of certain organizations said, "Well, you don't need to be here. You're not union." Yeah, actually, I am retired union. You don't even know anything about me, so shut your pie hole.
Right, and I'll say it. I'll say it out loud. I was very disappointed because that day it was you, myself, Brenda, and Craig Pepper and Abby Root. We were the only ones there, but yet you look at the Democrats, and they must have had 80 people there.
Oh,
things have turned. The last few parades we were at, there were either no Democrats or maybe 5 or 6, where we had at least a dozen.
Yeah, Harry Morgan did show up. He did. No, that wasn't that. No, it was Jim Bach. Sorry, Jim Bach was running for re-election, and he showed up and walked with us.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about Jim.
Yeah, that's okay. You can't remember everything.
No, it seems like it was forever ago. But and I appreciate Jeremy Markham showing up at Dan Rice Days. But that's what I'm saying. We have to show that the things are flipping. We have to have more people show up at these events, these public events. So like I said, we're going to be very busy this month. We will be doing that parade, everybody, on Labor Day. And we will be doing the Albion Fair Parade because everybody requested we do it. And so I looked at Brian and said, well, do we do it? And he goes, I guess, But, like Brian and I say, these things do cost a lot of money. So if anybody can donate to my campaign, I would gratefully appreciate it. You can do it right on my website, makeeriegreatagain.net. And if anybody would like to buy a t-shirt or a hat, just contact Brenda because, she does a beautiful job. They last forever. And she's even got some new cool ones out. So we will keep you updated on all the activities. And with that, I'm going to let you go. And Brian, Brenda, thank you for everything you do. We love you.
That's all
Bye-bye.
right. It's a team effort. Thanks for your call, Kim. Appreciate it. But yeah, and we bring up these points that you know, if you're not visible and you're not putting yourself out there and you're not getting that name out there, we've Miss Mirsky was at the Dan Rice parade. She came over, chit chatted. You know, I mean, I got no problem with her. You know, we chatted, and I said I don't agree with everything you believe in, but you know, I said okay, I kind of support you a little bit. You know, I had a conversation with both of them, and you know, I've made my decision, and you know, I only come here to present facts. You guys make your own decisions. I'm not here to skew the facts, as our city council people love to accuse us of doing, is skewing the numbers, but that's not true. So, other than that, man, I mean, you know, that was a great man, half an hour flies when you're having fun. So I just got a text back. Brenda's back from putting the chickens away. So let's throw a video up there.
I just want to ask you, why didn't you invoke this law in your first term? You could have taken in billions upon billions of dollars in your first term, but you waited until your second
Yeah,
term.
because in my first term, I was fighting lunatics like you who were trying to do things incorrectly and inappropriately to a president that was duly elected. And we did do certain tariffs in the first term. If you look at China, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. But when COVID came, the last thing I was going to do is tell France and Italy and Spain and a couple of other countries that we're going to hit you with tariffs. We had to fight the COVID situation when that came. But if you look at my first term, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars worth of tariffs, but you people didn't cover it very well.
Because I was worried, taking care of lunatics like you. I mean, you know, and that's why he gets in trouble, but you know exactly where he stands, and that's exactly why we hired him. But you know, the Democrats are running around, threat to democracy, and what is that guy? That guy that looked like he's off the Geico caveman commercials out of Texas he's out there rattling. We're gonna take you down. We're gonna take you out. You know, and then his brain must have caught a gear. You know, politically, you know, because that was a threat. And that's go ahead, threaten the president on the news and see what happens. Trump has the best comebacks, absolutely. So you know, I'm sitting there watching the text, and they're talking about lurch, and I was like, well, you mean like a Temu lurch? You know, something you buy off of Temu? It's closed, but it's different. You know. Did they work the booth at the parade? Yeah. Well, here Rose. Rose is coming. By the way, Tom and some ESR members did work the booth at the parade at Dan Rice Day. All right, you know, that's good. We appreciate that. Thanks for the input. And but you know, there's more than just being in a tent. You know, you're out there gripping and grinning with the people. You know, those are important too. So it's a teamwork. I didn't realize that the El Capitan was out there working, but you know, he was more than welcome to walk in the parade with us. He did. When Jake Bantha was running, boy, I tell you what, he sure did some, you know, with Jake, and walked with Jake. When Jake was running for state rep the first time. But hey, you know, that's here nor there. Yeah, Al Green. You know, I think it's like Al Gore, but that's okay. Brendan, you got another video for us?
Sir, why are you on the roof?
Mr. President, what are you doing up there?
What are you looking at?
Talk to us.
How does the new Rose Garden look?
The ballroom, which is on the other side. Are you Hello, Peter. You're looking good, Peter.
Are you going to build up
I
there?
do.
What does that mean?
What do you? More ways to spend my money.
Can you give us another hint?
We'll show you. It's just another way to spend my money for the country.
Are you considering your plan, or?
Anything I do is financed by me, so you know where it's contributed. Just like my salary is contributed, but nobody ever mentions that.
Are you going to add another level?
Yeah, I know that was tough to hear, and I get that because he was up on the roof. How many? Have you ever seen a president out just strolling on the roof, looking at his next creation? And of course, Chucky Schumer, that I wish that clown would just go away. I mean, he is so irrelevant. His opinion doesn't matter. The Democrat Party is absolutely dying a slow, painful death. And Chuck's out there throwing, political gasoline on the fire. It's gonna cost the people, all those 20 millions of dollars. He's just spending money. Doge was irrelevant. Man, pay attention, old man. It's Trump paying for it. Just like the flagpoles. Oh, this is decadent. Yeah, oh yeah, it's real decadent to put a flag up in front of the White House, other than a little 3x5 on the roof, which is unbelievable. That's all they ever had out there. Then once he gets this edition put on there, he's going to put another flag up on the back, and I don't have a problem with that. Al Green. I know. It's so funny. The two biggest mouth blowhards coming out of Texas Democrats are the ones that are going to lose their seats. Gee, that just really stinks. I know you all out there are very sad about that. Miss Eyeliner Fake. I'm from the ghetto, which you're not. You came from a very influential neighborhood and only went to the best schools, but you talk like you came from the streets of Harlem. It's all an act, folks. It's all an act. She is just a bad actress, trying to play the part of being the little people. You're right, Bill. Al Green should just stick to singing. Well, he probably can't even do that anymore. He's just so angry about everything. So yeah. Throw another video up, Brenda, since we didn't do any last week, Sunday.
Because it's not popular with the American people.
Well, it hasn't worked, and it hasn't worked really for a long time. And I would say pretty much from the beginning, Colbert has no talent. I mean, I could take anybody here. I could go outside on the beautiful streets and pick up a couple of people that do just as well or better. They get higher ratings than he did. He's got no talent. Fallon has no talent. Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that. Howard Stern, it's a name I haven't heard. I used to do a show, used to have fun, but I haven't heard that name in a long time. What happened? He got terminated?
Yeah, they're going to separate ways because I think what they're offering salary-wise is real low than what he's getting.
You know when he went down?
Whenever you want.
You know when he went down? No, before. When he endorsed Hillary Clinton, he lost his audience. People said, give me a break. He went down when he endorsed Hillary Clinton.
Mr. President.
Yeah. Howard Stern gets paid over $100 million a year to do his show. $100 million a year. And all he would do is bash Trump supporters, bash Trump, bash Republicans, and that's all he did. It was funny when he started out as the shock jock. He was very popular. He was the messenger of the man. He was the working guy's voice and made it up to the big show. And then he just went woke and you go broke. They just don't seem to get that concept. Hi, Dave. You are live.
Good evening, my dear friend.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there for an old man.
A lot of stuff going on in the city, boss. What's going on?
Well, the city just got rid of the, you noticed that, they got rid of the zoo.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Giving away all that property up there.
96 acres.
Yepper. And also the building there, the ice rink, and what else was it? The
golf course.
The ice
golf course.
rink.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah, it's the golf course. Yeah, the three properties,
Yeah.
the zoo, the ice rink, and the golf course, which they shouldn't be even owning it anyway, but that's my opinion.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. And then of course they're gonna, they've been in talks with Erie Events. I totally support that. I think Erie Events, they got it. Gus, the boss down there, nice guy. He gets it. He gets it. He's got a good board. I had an appointment on the board. He resigned. But they've got a good solid board. And I think if anybody's going to make it happen, I think they can do it. I support it 100%. Look at that. I agreed with the city for once.
You think Erie Events is a little bit better than Jasmine? And running that?
Oh, stop it. That was funny. I don't want to spit on my brand new computer screen. Stop it. Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. I mean,
Now what else is going on? Oh boy, it's been, I don't know. It seems sort of quiet lately.
well, I mean, you got the elections going on, and of course you've got you got your cello scenario, and now we were talking about that. They want to have a booth at Celebrate Erie because nothing like having a booth at Celebrate Erie to support that, which is absolutely ridiculous. But hey, what do I know?
Right. Well, the reason they want the booth is they want people that come in from out of town to visit the booth. This way, they're informed as to what kind of what's going on. Let's put it this way: what's going on over here in the city of Erie?
It's called Google. It's amazing.
That was the reason for it.
Yeah, they just want to make noise, and I get that. I mean, I totally get this whole thing stinks. Everyone's a loser in this thing. Nobody wins. But yeah, I mean, some of the online bullying that I've read is unbelievable, and the people of the city of Erie should be ashamed of themselves that they are absolutely threatening the families like this. It is absolutely disgusting to go after the families of the two people involved. And of course he was on the Joe Natale show. Let me put my shock face, another Democrat that only Joe promotes. So, but I was shocked. They only talked to him a couple minutes about it, and they moved on to everything else.
Yeah, they had round 2 at the council meeting today.
Yes.
A couple of the boys, Oh, and then the one individual, he's got a petition out. I don't know if you signed it or not. I haven't seen it yet to sign it, but he's got a petition that any law enforcement officer should have to take a test for steroids.
I saw that. Oh, well, here's the thing. If we're going to include the law enforcement, we need to have our elected officials also drug tested, because some of the shit they come up with, they've got to be smoking something more than pot. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, I believe some of them already. I don't know if they've gotten convicted or not, but one of them's already been not convicted, but one of them we know for a fact out of his own mouth said he got high.
Oh, I got it. I mean,
when the boys came to the hotel or to his room, they got high, and then that's when he brought the gun out and says, "I could blow your brains out." Remember that statement?
Oh yeah, we played it here a couple times. If Brenda, if that's an easy video to play again, we'll play it again because that's okay. Yeah, Harrison. Hey, Harrison, thanks for stopping by.
Which one?
The one of Spoon talking about how he shot that kid in the face.
But he also got high.
Got high. I was high.
I caught that one too.
I was high.
That was before.
Yeah.
The gun came up.
Well, they all need drug tests. Trust me. And I don't see why. I mean, when we go to work and you work in a factory, you're random. You get random drug tests all the time. You get hurt on the job nowadays. Bam! Automatic piss test. Right on. They take you out. You piss test. You come hot. You're gone.
Yep.
Absolutely. 100%. And I got a problem with that. I think that the folks in Congress should have to take a piss test before they run for re-election. Lord, I cry. The crazy crap they come up with. Yeah. Kim's like, most of the city officials won't pass.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, what about the city council?
Yeah. Well, the bank. I rode by the bank again. One more week gone by, and no action at all. Nothing. I even peered inside today. I took a look. It's got a lot of chairs in there. I seen that.
Well, they got to have places for the employees to sit.
Well, I don't know if that's for the employees. Supposedly, that's supposed to be for the meetings that they have with the constituents and how to secure a loan. How to make a bank deposit, how to open up a checking account. But I don't know how many meetings they're even having in that place.
I don't know. I keep saying I have an account there. I'm going to go down there and get a balance or put some money in it or something just to say I supported this Erie endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can drive 5 minutes to the Walmart Plaza over here and use the Erie Bank there. But
Right.
yeah, I'll just park Kim Hunter's sign out front while I go inside to do my banking.
But other than that, I can't think of anything else that's going on. Other than, let's see, what did Joe do this week? Anything?
There were some ribbon cuttings. Go figure. Let me put my shock face on. Yeah, he was probably out schmoozing the crowds yesterday on first night out. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Oh, they had that's the what's that? Yeah, first night out or
yeah.
Go and talk to your neighbors. I don't want to talk to my neighbors.
All right. Well, I know. I mean, I talk to my neighbors all the time.
I try to stay away from my neighbors. You don't talk to the one neighbor though, down the street a little ways, ain't it?
No,
Karen.
No, I don't talk to my Karen. She's up around the corner, but so I don't have to see her.
Oh, okay.
Other than when we bumped into her at Walmart, I won't say that on the air what happened there, but my wife, that's why I can't take her anywhere. These vertically impaired people, you just can't take them anywhere. He's always getting in trouble.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's my check-in. That's about all I got. I can't think of anything else that's going on here in the Lower East Side.
That's okay. We appreciate your live, real reporting and your opinions on city council. I knew was it a long meeting? I mean, did a lot of people come up and do the 2-hour people speak to council?
No, there wasn't that many.
Yeah. Okay.
You mean regarding the cello deal?
Yeah. Yes.
No, not a whole lot. There was the normal couple. Mr. Cooley was there, and the cousin of Marcello. He's the one that wants the steroid test for the cops.
Yeah, I read that. I saw that on social media.
Most of them were the zoo people.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, come in there, give them your opinion. 2 hours of giving the same opinion over and over again is just redundant, and you're just literally spinning your wheels and getting nothing accomplished. But hey, that's their right.
You're right.
Right. But if you're the chairman, like Spoon said, I'll clear the room out.
Well, the other day there was on I think it was 8th. I was coming down Parade Street after checking the bank, of course.
Right.
And there was like, I counted 7 police cars going over 8th Street. They came up Parade and then they went over 8th. And they stopped at 8th and Cedar. I don't know if you're familiar with 8th and Cedar. That's between Parade and Wall. I don't know what was going on. 2 canines got out of the car, two the guys with the dogs. And then there was another one that showed up. There was like 9. I said, that's got to be the whole contingent of the city. I don't know what was going on. There was nothing on the news. License sirens going. And I don't know what was going on though. Nothing.
Yeah.
No reporting in the news.
No, didn't see anything on the news.
It was just like that time that I believe I sent you that video that I seen all the police cars going up 6th Street. I followed them and they had the AKs out or the AR-15s.
Oh, Jesus.
That was never reported on the news either.
No. Well, they don't.
That incident.
Yeah, that sends the bad, kind of like sends a bad message during an election cycle.
Yeah. But that was not reported. Now, what that AR-15 deal was, I have no idea.
I don't know, but at least I'm shocked that people haven't these cops have machine guns, they have military assault weapons. Shocked you didn't hear that card played.
Well, they complained back in the day. I've heard this from a couple of friends of mine. Back in the day, I guess the police officers used to have in the city. They used to have shotguns in the front. They'd have them in a locked rack.
Oh yeah.
You'd press a button, unlock the rack, pull the shotgun out.
Yes.
That looked too intimidating, so they took them out.
Well, yeah, and then PSP had them behind their heads on the security cage. Two troopers got killed because when they got rear-ended and they went forward. When they came back, they hit their heads on and it killed them. So they stopped doing that. So I'm assuming, I don't know where they keep them now. I'm only assuming in the trunk. So I don't know.
Probably.
I know when I was a rookie cop, that was the thing. You grabbed your shotgun, you cleared it, you loaded it, you put it in a rack, you clicked the lock, and then you had a secret scroll button to unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
Then nobody knew where that button was.
Right. Right.
And then
Well, anyways.
No, it's all good. We appreciate your time, Dave. Yeah, usually you call right after 8:00. It's like, where's Dave? Then I'm like,
Well, I was watching. I sort of forgot. I was watching Jesse Waters, and I was watching the other guy on the other channel, and he was talking about Trump. Trump's a little ticked off about the crime in Washington.
Oh, I saw that.
This is the big thing. He's going to get. He said this is going to end because I guess Big Balls got beat up. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, we were discussing it in the room.
Oh,
Harrison
okay.
Dunn brought it up, and I was going to put the picture up there, but he was really bloodied. Yeah, it was a gang of 8 attacking a woman. So this guy, Big Balls, jumps in and till the cops got there. So I mean, they put a beat down on him pretty hard. But that wasn't. It was reported, but very quietly.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of watching. So I sort of got enthralled into that segment. So
that's okay. At least you remember to come online and give us your daily report. We appreciate it, sir.
All right. Yeah, have a good afternoon or afternoon. Good evening.
All right, sir. Be safe.
All righty. Over and out.
Shank out. So there we go. Our live reporter from Kim and Dave in the city. We appreciate what they do. So Brenda, video, please.
You didn't see me at the rally, nor did you see me at the funeral, because it brought some things back to me that I thought was gone. I lost a brother in Jersey City, shot with a double-barrel shotgun, close range. I'm 17. I'm involved with a gang, the largest gang in Newark, New Jersey. I organized. We went over Jersey City looking for the person. Well, when we got there, we didn't realize it was a family. And when you talk Jersey City and you talk family, you're talking the mafia. At the time of my graduation from high school, I had to leave Newark, New Jersey. I had to leave the mom and the dad, or I wouldn't be here today. So I'm living that side. It was 2 days in Nebraska where I went to school. You can go buy a gun, no paper necessary. I played football and basketball. And the tackle, good guy, nice guy. And the guys came to my room and we got high. They left. I had the clip in my gun. Nick came in my room. I said, Nick, I can blow your head off. He said, go ahead. And I did. I shot him in the head point blank, this close. I stayed in jail. One night, I never went to court. I went back to basketball. How did that happen? Because I had a family member, one of my uncles. He was involved with one of the families. That family made a call from Newark to New York to Omaha to Nebraska where I was at, and I was out the next day. See, so that's having the right contact at the right time. My point is, when my son told me about Cello, it all came back.
Yeah, and that little video has been all over the internet. It is on the libs of TikTok, and trust me, you get on the libs of TikTok within, I swear, 5 minutes, you have gone viral, and you've got a couple million people watching. And this is, why we didn't dig this up. He said this at the meeting. It's all recorded. People with phones and taking pictures and everything. So here he is at a city council meeting telling this story, which is just unbelievable to do that in today's world and thinking it's not going to go viral. And it did. But, we got a racist councilwoman. You got Chucky promoting people throwing rocks. And now you got a guy that shoots people in the head. I don't know, Erie. We can do better. That's why elections have consequences. And that's why we have been pushing, because we know that the time is right to make Erie great again. And that's why Brenda came up with the hashtag vote red instead. Speaking of Brenda, how about a video?
They say this $100 billion commitment to America is a significant acceleration of the U.S. investment they've already announced. They say that part of this investment will go towards what they describe as an American manufacturing program. It's dedicated to bringing even more of Apple's supply chain and advanced manufacturing to the U.S. They say through the program, they'll be incentivizing global companies to manufacture even more critical components in the United States. Guys, all of this attributable to a White House official who also confirms to me that Tim Cook will be in the Oval Office for the announcement later today. Again, that's scheduled for 4:30 p.m., guys. So we know that Tim Cook has been talking consistently with the president this term, as he did in the first term as well, to try to get better relationship and also better treatment for Apple amid tariffs, amid export controls, so many policy issues that impact the company. We also know this president responds very well to investment commitments like this one. So now we see Apple upping its investment commitment by another $100 billion.
All right. So, Megan, does that mean they're going to get an exemption from tariffs on India? I mean, that's what everybody's got to assume. It's quid pro quo.
That is the biggest question. And David, after we spoke about this yesterday, I tried to ask the White House whether they'd been in touch with Tim Cook specifically about India tariffs, which we expect the president to lift higher over the next 24 hours or so. At the time, I was told that the White House would not read out any private conversations. They would not even confirm whether the two men had been in touch recently. But when we see them on camera later today in the Oval, Tim Cook and Donald Trump next to each other, that's going to be a major question on my mind, is what the discussion has been around India. And we'll have to see. Maybe they do get some exemptions from those higher tariffs.
Yeah, I was reading today. I was just here texting Harrison Dunn. I know he's the guy that watches all that stuff, and the numbers move like every second, that Apple is bringing and really building up their U.S. workforce, where they've been everything done out of the country. Yes, India is getting crushed because of the bad behavior with Russian oil. So yeah, I guess that $1,000 phone might cost you $1,100 because they're going to start building them in the United States. They said I believe their Apple Watch is also going to be built in the United States. So this is really, oh man, 100% tariff on Russian oil. Woo! Thanks for coming in, Harrison. We appreciate your perspective. You're the numbers guy. That's why I was like, so yeah, did you hear about this whole Apple thing moving? Dems will now boycott Apple products. Well, hey, they boycotted coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and blue jeans, because blue jeans, a young model, good-looking gal is in jeans, and that's racist. What Beyonce did the same blonde hair denim jeans ad, and that was progressive, and that was exciting. And look at her. She's really, it's selling jeans. It's not racist. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah. No, 100% on India, all product from importing Russia energy. No, I get that. Well, thanks for your insight. We appreciate when you come in because you always have really good numbers for us, and we appreciate that. So, Brenda, another video, please.
New tonight at 11, the 2020 census results are showing Erie now to be the 5th largest city in the state of Pennsylvania, right behind the city of Reading. This is a change from a decade ago when Erie was the 4th largest in the Commonwealth. Julia Hazel joins us now live in the control room with a look at the numbers. Julia, it's kind of alarming.
Yes, good evening, Jill. Now, according to the 2020 census, the Erie population is on a decline, and we spoke to Erie County and city officials on their reaction. And despite some of the best efforts of trying to get that population number over 100,000, there still is a chance that it could happen. The city of Erie experienced a 7% drop in population numbers from a decade ago, according to 2020 census, resulting in this year's total of 94,831. The population of Erie, according to the census, is under 100,000 people. This has a significant impact on how much money the city will receive.
Hey, we think there were a lot of people that didn't get counted.
Hopes to see the population numbers increase in time for the next census. There are a few tips residents in Erie can do.
And again, a special thanks to Dave. That is a Dave special on his put videos together. And I wake up in the morning and in my Facebook instant messenger, he's like video to follow. And there's one of Dave's great videos. So he does a great job on those. We don't even ask him to do them. He just does them and sends them. And we're like, hey man, that's good. We can play it. Sometimes Brenda has to edit up a little bit, cut something here, snip it just to clean it up, just a snitch. Yeah, just Joe can't get the immigrants into Erie. Oh no, that's why it's not a sanctuary city, Stan, and you're right on the track on this, but it's a welcoming city. So that way they don't get the stigma and the pushback from the Republicans at that they are a sanctuary. But according to the news, ICE is here. According to the county executive, they've been having ICE detainees at the Erie County lockup. So ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. You know, that's what we go. Let's see. We got to get here. Have to get that lunatic out. They are handling out millions and millions to everyone, anybody cover failed projects after failed project. Well, right. And and you're of course you're right on the nose on that one. And that's why when they wanted to come up with this Erie Community College, I was a big pushback saying, I want you guys to show me where the money's coming from, who's going to pay for it, because Erie County government does not have the best track record, Kathy Del Kemper, putting these projects together. And they end up failing with our signature on them, and we have to bail them out. And that's all I was talking about with the community college. They're like, well, Shank, you're a hypocrite. You went to community college. Yes, I did. I did go to community college. I had 3 campuses. And that's where I went to the police academy was a community college. I know they work, but they also are financially responsible and not going to ding the taxpayers with another tax increase. And that's all this comes down to, boys and girls, is about leaving our senior citizens alone that are on their golden years, and they have to worry about their houses are paid for. But by God, they'll come and snatch your house right out in front of you for not paying your taxes, and it's absolute bullpucky. I just got a text. Be right back. Got to close the coop door. So yeah, I mean, and that's the way this is ridiculous. This tax thing, and that's why I've been always pushed back on ECRA, because those dollars were supposed to help us lower our taxes, not buy new flowers for the city of Erie or buying a new front door for some business that is going to the downtown that will probably fail, because how many muffin shops do we need in the city of Erie? Not picking on pizza shops. We just had a pizza shop here in Wesleyville close. It was Barbados forever. Then it was Porky's. They closed. Another person, I can't remember we were just talking about this the other day, and now it closed. So yeah, no, Stan, you are absolutely right. Bill, I don't like to agree with you, but I'm gonna have to give you this one. Harrison Dunn would be a good candidate for office. Totally agree with you 100%. I think he should have ran for mayor, but that's just my opinion. I think that would have been a great run. I think he would have dazzled them with his numbers and statistics and what is good and what's bad and why it doesn't. Yep. Oh, yeah, we appreciate that, Dave. You know, we're gonna go through. He's on the list. Trust me. When we always promote our candidates, we make sure that that's what I accidentally, accidentally deleted this artwork last week while the computer was freezing up on me, and I accidentally deleted it. So I had to go through all my stuff and find it and put it back up because it's a great cheat sheet. You know, and that's why Donna did that up and sent it to me. And we didn't put the judges on there. You know, the judges are tough because they're supposed to be non-party affiliated, which I'm going to call bullpucky on that. This is a tough one. This is really, really tough. You know, the only thing I can tell you how to and highly suggest you do is put no in November. No on the 3 that are asking to be retained. We are saying no, 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 and double no. Just like, you know, Mrs. Bush used to say, just say no to drugs. Just say no to these judges. Real simple. Video, please, Brenda. You know,
they've left the state, abandoned their posts.
No, you're good, Brenda. Go. Let it play.
And turned their backs on the constituents they swore to represent.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has now ordered the State Department of Public Safety to conduct civil arrests of Democrats who did not show up for this afternoon's special legislative session in the Texas State House. Dozens of Democratic Texas state representatives skipped that special session, actually fleeing the state in an attempt to block a Trump-led partisan redrawing of the state's congressional map.
Texas would be the biggest one, and
so
that'll be fine.
Are you calling in for a complete redrawing of the congressional map ahead of next year?
Just a very simple redrawing. We pick up 5 seats.
And in response to Texas Democrats breaking quorum and stopping official State House business, the remaining state lawmakers passed a motion to allow the State House Speaker to issue civil warrants for representatives who did not attend the special session.
The Sergeant-at-Arms and any officers appointed by her are directed to send for all absentees whose attendance is not excused for the purposes of securing and maintaining their attendance under warrant of arrest if necessary until further order of the House.
What is your reaction to the governor ordering civil arrests for you and your colleagues who did not attend the session today?
You know, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. I was hired by the people in my district to do what is in their best interest, not what is in the best interest of Donald Trump and not what is in the best interest of Abbott.
For it.
He's trying to out Paxton, right?
They should go to work. Should they not? I mean, they got elected to represent people in Texas, not
so
people in
should Congress.
Illinois.
Why did they abandon the House to not vote on these Epstein files?
It's the August recess, and if you're comparing these two, once again, you're showing just how dishonest you're willing to be. The reality is, they got elected. They got elected to go to work in the Texas state capitol. They've left the state. They're abandoning their constituents, and if they want to go vote against the map, that's fine. But running off to Illinois, the most gerrymandered state in the country, I mean, I understand. No one in the PR department at the Texas House Democratic Conference must have been at work that day, but it looks horrific for them.
But
let
it be horrific. Let it be horrific.
And I want to speak to this because, in full disclosure, my sister was one of the people who fled to Illinois, who's a state representative in Austin. And what I will say about that is that they had to flee. They don't have control.
Had to flee?
Let me tell you, they don't have control of the House or the Senate or the governor's mansion or anything in Texas. And so, yes, I think it is right for the Texas legislators to get up and go.
You get elected to represent people in Texas, and your reaction to that is to go to Illinois and hide behind J.B. Pritzker?
They're breaking quorum. That's what they're doing. They're breaking quorum because it is not right.
At minimum, it's childish, and it might be criminal.
Well, you know what's childish and criminal? It is Abbott, who is going against the will of the voters by redistricting, not based on census data, but based on Donald Trump's will.
With breaking news in suburban St. Charles, police confirm they are investigating a potential bomb threat. That reported target was the building where Illinois and Texas lawmakers were set to meet this morning. Now that meeting is postponed. Within the last hour, CBS Skywatch flew over that scene. This is the Q Center. There you can see people calmly walking out of the building. We're told several hundred had to evacuate. Senator Dick Durbin was supposed to speak with the Texas Democratic lawmakers. As you know, that group remains here in Illinois in an effort to deny their legislature a quorum in Texas and avoid a vote on a new congressional map. Texas lawmakers who were there tell us that they are safe, secure, and undeterred. For his part, Governor Pritzker responded on social media saying threats of violence will be investigated and those responsible will be held accountable. I have instructed Illinois State Police to ensure that we maintain public safety. It is unclear if those talks will resume today. Despite warrants out for their arrests, the Texas lawmakers say they are willing to remain here in Illinois during the 2-week-long special session.
Well. Isn't it funny when you actually start seeing CNN over here in left field, kind of like bringing their gas gauge kind of back a little bit towards center, because they realize, the Democrats realize they are under a 20% approval rating, and they really have nothing new to fight. They have fought every fight that they can imagine. Everything from just, it's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. And the American people are like, no, it's not. We're going to vote for, but Trump's this, Trump's that. Yeah. Well, Biden was this, Biden was that, Biden was this. We want somebody that's going to lock the border down. I've said it once. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more times. That's the will of the people. They wanted a secure border. They want these criminals off the street and come back here as a non-murdering rapist thug. And if you are a hardworking, productive person, you are more than willing to reapply to come back. You self-deport, we'll pay for your ticket, give you $1,000. You go home, you apply the legal way, you get frontline service to come back. It's a great deal. But nope, they want ICE to come out and find you, drag you in handcuffs, so you can just absolutely have a holy meltdown while you're being videotaped. Hilton Hotel, the 2025 Fort Sumter. Well, yeah. What did you put in there? You put it. I see Harrison put a link. I'm afraid to open a link up in the middle of a show. Oy vey. So, I think
it's a link regarding the story of when the Democrats walked out in 2021 to stop the Republican voting.
Right. But when they do it, when they gerrymander, it's okay. CNN Primetime has a total of 10, 18 to 50-year-old viewers last quarter. MSC. Ooh, that's a good stat. We'll put that up there. So he's always good for, Harrison, you're good for numbers. You are the numbers guy. When we have numbers we need, it's good to see you. Primetime had a total of 110K, 18 to 50-year-old viewers last quarter. MSNBC, 75K, 1.5 across. Wow. CNN is just, you go woke, you go broke. I mean, it's that simple. Calvin Klein did a woke commercial a couple years ago with a very large person in Calvin Klein underwear and a man in women's underwear, a very large man in women's underwear and a sports bra, and it almost broke the company. You go woke, you go broke. Just remember that. I mean, I don't have a business degree, but it sounds pretty simple to me. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it for videos, isn't it, Brenda?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see you on the deck, but sometimes sometimes you're working on stuff while we're talking. So, other than that takes us right to the hour mark. We've had, let's see, who won tonight? Facebook's winning, YouTube, and then X. So the X people, just throw us a hey, on X, so we know who's who and where you're coming from, and we appreciate that. Other than that, that's all I've got. It's been fun. We made it through the show with no snafus or any freezing ups. So this computer is working great. Yeah. Before you jumped in the room, we played the video, Harrison, of him on the roof. And hi, Peter. I mean, come on, it's Trump. All the reporters out there. Hi, Peter. I'm up here taking a walk. This is good for you. Yeah, yeah.
Sir, why are you on the roof?
Mr. President, what are you doing up there?
What are you looking at?
Talk to us.
How does the new Rose Garden look?
Go to the ballroom, which is on the other side. Are you connected? More renovating, sir. Hello, Peter. You're looking good, Peter.
Are you going to build up
I
there?
do. Something beautiful.
What does that mean?
What do you? More ways to spend my money.
Can you give us another hint?
We'll show you. It's just another way to spend my money for the country.
Are you considering your story?
Anything I do is financed by me, so you're not where it's contributed. Just like my salary is contributed, but nobody ever mentions that.
Are you going to add another level?
So there you go, Harrison. We had that video handy, so Brenda threw it up there again. That's it. We're gonna bring this thing as the ultimate farewell that our former Scott Bremner used to say. We're gonna bring this thing for a landing. We want to thank you guys for coming in. Parum, I know I saw the prints for that thing. It's gonna be one great. We're gonna make ballrooms great again, and he's paying for it, and a couple other friends. Good to have rich friends, of course. The left is having the conniption fit. Well, it'll be funny to see how many of these whack job left senators and congressmen that are already poo-pooing the president are actually invited, then actually show up to the great new White House ballroom to make balls great again. I don't know, that could be twisted out a little bit. Yes, Stan, show ran incredibly smooth. Great show, awesome show. My best Trump voice. I tried my best. But we had a computer issue, and we knew that, and we were just trying to figure out the best way. And then we had an Apple computer, and we don't know Apple's all that great. We had a little technical problem with it last night, but we tried it again today, and it magically worked. So we're like, well, let's run the show through it today. Let's do this. No gang, crips, or anything. Just double cross fingers that it works fine. Redid the studio a little bit. I know you can't see it. It's, all the work you do, we don't get to see because all you get to see is this. But it was hours of work of drilling holes and moving lights and cameras. But that's okay. We enjoy what we do. I'm retired. I had the time today. And we're going to bring this thing for landing. Brenda, would you play the outro video, please?
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it, God bless the USA. To the hills of Tennessee, a plains of Texas, from sea to shining seas, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Well, I greatly appreciate it. A special thank you to Brenda for making this show happen. This show happens because of you. This show happens because of the kind donations that you folks do for the show that makes everything happen. It's a teamwork. It takes a lot of moving parts to make the magic, and a lot of people clicking buttons and making stuff. And it wasn't for Brenda, we would be just sitting here staring at each other. So in other words, thank you all for coming out tonight. I will see you. I don't think I have to work Sunday. I will see you guys on Sunday. A lot going on. Pay attention to social media. And like I tell everybody, please be frosty out there, because things are changing. As problems with negative Trump. Oh, of course. Here, we'll put that up there. Yeah. Harrison Dunn. Apple flipped a switch to cause problems while negotiating with Trump. Well, I get that. You know, he's trying to make America great again and get these jobs here in the good old USA. And you know, he's I forgot to put this one up. Yeah. I forgot to put this one up. Forgot to put this one up. And that one. All right, I'm done. Good night, everybody. As we always say, I salute you. Thank you for your support. And Shank out. Good night.